if you go downstairs, you know, at the back bar, you'll see the picture
Okay.
of me. That was the first time I ever stood up on the stage, and it was with my dad. So I had what they call a white stripe up my back. I mean, I was petrified, man.
I bet you were scared to death.
Yeah, yeah.
No
So
doubt.
what happened was when I got on stage, my dad was walking towards me, and,
Uh-huh.
and he said, "We playing in the key of, you know,
Key of G or key of
G,
C.
yeah,
Yeah.
G." So I'm still hearing them say that, and it's just like a repeat in my head: the key of G, the key of G, the key of G, because I'm nervous, I'm scared, and I'm
Right.
just like, I'm looking at him like, "You're not even the same. You're not my dad. I'm on the stage with Buddy Guy."
Right.
You know what I mean? That's what I was experiencing. But
Exactly.
that was the first time, and I think I choked up a little bit from being nervous, and
Sure. That's natural.
yeah, I said I have to
Adrenaline.
get over that. Yeah,
Right.
I have to get over it. So like I said, I think he had me to do stage and light here to have me get more
Get you more
comfortable on
acclimated.
stage. Right,
Yeah.
right. And it worked. It actually worked because
Nice.
when I'm walking on stage and I'm just like, well, I'm moving the mics around,
Right,
setting
right,
up stage
right.
plots or whatever. Then I look out in the crowd and I say, I'm gonna say something to these people, and I just like entertain the crowd just on the stage by myself. Like when I go like, you want to help me fix this mic? And I got used to being on stage. And I'm like, well,
Right.
I could do this same thing when he calls me out to play.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right,
So that's
right,
that's how that happened. I
So,
think
so
he
it was
did
a
that on
natural
purpose.
transition.
Yeah, I think
Very cool.
his mastermind knew to get me to do stage and light to prepare me for the
Daddy
stage.
had a plan.
Yeah.
But all in good
Always.
time.
Oh yeah.
Not before you were ready and not before you felt comfortable.
Right.
Well, that's awesome, man.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Kind of another natural question. Who is your favorite guitarist? I think we talked about that before, blues musician of all time. But who's your favorite guitarist? Maybe not blues related.
Prince.
Okay.
Prince. Prince was.
Did you ever meet him?
No, Prince was a big inspiration to me. Like see, my dad grew up. He'd tell you like his favorite, the best guitar player. He'd tell you in his era and time. He would tell me about like Johnny Lee Hooker, Muddy Waters, Magic Sam, all these great guitar players. And I listened to him. I did research.
Right.
They are awesome.
Right.
But he picked one. And when I'm in rotation with my dad driving them, and we listening to blues, BB King blues, on the satellite radio.
Right.
And some songs would come on, and he'd be like, "You see that song right there, Greg?" And I'd be like, "Man, yeah. I hear it." And he'd be like, "When I was a little boy, this is who I wanted to be."
Isn't that incredible?
Yeah. So I tell him now. That's why he tells the story. Like when I was growing up, I didn't know of these guys.
You didn't know who they were?
No.
Nor
So-
at your age would you have paid any interest to that.
No, I wouldn't. And then, so like I said, coming up there I heard a guitar player, and it happened to be Prince. I heard Prince before I heard Jimi Hendrix. You know what I mean? So I had to research and hear all that after that. But
Right.
it was my time and era. It was Prince. You know what I mean?
Well, being a DJ, going back over 35 years, when I first heard Prince and when he first hit the scene, it was like, oh my God, who is this guy?
Yeah.
And he had a style and a sound completely different from anybody else doing this.
Exactly.
So I could see how that was.
Exactly.
Um,
I'm sorry. It's quite a few. Like I said, I could name a bunch of guitar players. Like off the top of my head. Just give me a second to think. Like I think like Mike Wheeler is awesome.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mike Wheeler.
Yeah.
I say Carlos Johnson.
yeah.
Carlos Shaw. It's the list goes on and on. If you want to take a break and let me write them down, and I can read them because there's so many.
We can catch up on that. That's
Yeah.
cool.
All right.
I'm the same way. I mean, I think back, and we all relate to the music that we grew up on.
Right.
And I grew up on classic rock. I grew up on the blues. And I could think of all these different guys that,
Yeah.
I would just sit there as a kid in the audience and I would just idolize these guys.
Right.
And it's like, what it must be like to be that person. And just, playing the music and it just,
Exactly.
I looked at it from a different view, but it was really cool.
Oh, yeah.
It was really cool. Kind of a different question here. One of your fans wants to know, do you feel any pressure to play at the same level as your father?
No. Not at all.
Okay.
Not at all. I love
I
it.
like that. That's the answer I was hoping for.
Yeah.
You're not trying to fill those shoes.
No.
You're trying to be Greg.
I'm trying to fill my own.
and you're doing a great job at that,
Yeah.
man. I think
It's all right, but
that's the answer I was hoping for.
But I'm thankful for what my dad does.
Yeah.
He gets me out there to play with all these people. I mean,
Right.
Johnny Lane,
Hmm.
John Mayer. I didn't play with him, but
Yeah.
we was just in the green room kicking the sand or whatever.
A little bit.
Man, I mean, you name it, man. From Jimmy Vaughn, Charlie Musselwhite, you know what I'm saying?
Big names.
I actually played with these guys, and they.
How cool is that?
Oh yeah, it's cool.
Those are memories that'll last a lifetime.
Oh yeah, they cool. Them cool guys too, man. I mean, they embrace me like they grab me.
I got to admit, that's one thing I love about the blues community. It's a ginormous family.
Oh yeah,
And I've met a lot of different rock stars that are arrogant. They're all full of themselves and they're in it for themselves. Where I've met the community here in the blues,
right.
these people are warm. They're family. They embrace you, and they don't feel like they're above you. They feel like they're with you. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and I really like that, man. I think that's
Yeah.
pretty cool.
I mean, yeah, like I say, the list will go on, man. I because of him, I'm thankful. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Sure.
I'm sort of 50-50 with this because with me doing what I do, I would say eventually, if I hadn't been out like touring or doing shows with my dad,
Sure.
I probably would have ran into these guys somewhere, and then I would have mentioned it, like say, man, you know who my dad is Buddy Guy, but I
Right.
I had an edge, I guess, being
Right.
with him and to be able to play with these people. But after they heard me play, they
That's
just
the
like,
thing.
yeah, they was like,
Yeah, because you're like, are they going to size you up?
Yeah,
Thinking,
yeah.
okay, he's Buddy Guy's son. He's coming in with an attitude.
No.
It's just the
oh, no,
opposite.
yeah,
Very cool.
It's all good, man.
Now, this is a fun question. I get a kick out of it. I want to see what your answer is to it. Do you party as hard as your dad?
Next question.
I'm copping the fist on that. I get a kick out of it.
I don't. I mean, I mean, depending on what you mean party. I mean, like he's a fun guy. My dad is his sense of humor and
I love that.
and he's funny as hell. He's funny. Maybe people don't know that, but he's funny. One-on-one, what I mean, he's funny. But party like him,
for his age, the man can hold it.
yeah.
He can do it. I
Yeah.
like the way last night.
Yeah.
You were here.
He can out party me.
You heard that one
I said,
fan? I know the one thing
He
dad
out
don't like.
parties me.
Okay.
My dad out parties me.
That one fan snapped at him. I know Daddy does not like when people, I want to say the word heckle him, but when people yell out from the crowd, I know.
Last night?
Last night, that guy thought he knew more than your father.
Yeah.
I'm like, Ronnie Brooks was sitting right to my left, and I said, watch this. Man.
Oh, yeah.
He going to
It's
grill
on.
this guy like cheese, man.
Man.
Sure enough, he put him right in his spot. He's like, excuse the French, but he's like, who the fuck do you think you are?
Right.
And I'm like,
How old are you? And the guy,
how old
the
are
guy
you?
said,
I knew you had him right then.
54.
What does he know?
Man,
I'm
You know what I'm
60.
saying?
I don't know. Right?
I'm his son. I don't know. No.
And I wouldn't want to be in that position, man. It's like,
Yeah.
first of all, don't do that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
So we were talking about guitars earlier.
Mhm.
You shared this. What is your favorite guitar ever? Is it a Tele? Is it a Strat? Gibson's?
This is it's definitely a Strat, but when I got the Telly,
Mhm.
it's I don't know, it's a different feel,
Mhm.
and me being in both of those fields only has me have me to create. That's what the different sound when I was saying
Right.
when I'm on stage now I'm using the wah wah. See that's
right.
the Telly said hook a wah wah up to me. See how that sound, Greg?
Put that wah
something
wah
like
through me.
that.
Let's see what we can do with it.
Yeah, and
All
I
right.
love it. You know what I mean?
All
So
right.
I use more wah wah. I didn't used to use too many effects.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Came right at it.
I used to use one little just like a booster because
Little pedal or something.
yeah,
Okay.
playing with my dad, you need amplifier to turn up because
Right.
he's loud and I like loud too. So
Your dad can bend the strings.
oh yeah.
I like that sound and that distortion that he gets out of it, man. And how he
it's,
can be extremely subtle
Yeah.
in 1 second and then fiery guitar.
That's what
Right
I'm
like
trying to
that.
learn. That's
Yeah,
what
how
I
he
want
can
to
flip
get.
on a dime from being
Yeah.
quiet, soft, and then just searing guitar right after that.
Roaring lion.
Yeah, exactly.
Leo.
I'm Leo.
What?
Yeah.
Excuse
That's Daddy's birthday, 6 days after mine.
Okay.
So
there you go.
that's a pretty cool. Now, when you like with your tellies and whatnot, did you do anything? You know, Dad has his signature modified. Did you do anything to your guitars?
I have
to make it yours.
No, I have. Well, I have one. I have one guitar that have modification done to it. Well, it was passed down from my dad.
Okay.
It was his guitar, and it's original polka dot. Not the black and white, not the blue and white, but this one is white with black dots.
The original.
Yes, I have it. So that's the only one that I have. That's.
Do you bring it out or you keep it at home?
I played it down here a couple of weeks ago.
Okay.
And that's the only one that's done. Now the telly. This guy used to come down here. His name was Dennis.
Okay.
And he told me that he had something for me. I didn't know it was a guitar. So I was just like, okay. I just kind of like, okay. Well, when you get it, just bring it down. That was me. So
Sure.
the time he come down, he said, "Oh, give me a second. I got it outside." He came in with this black case and he set it up on the counter. And I opened it. And I said, "Well, what's this?" He's like, "It's yours." And I
gave it to you.
Yeah. I said, "How much?" He said, "You see how I had this made for this and that." So he had it custom made. And
nice.
he said he wanted to hear me play it in January.
Okay.
But I'm not sure. I haven't seen him since, and this was years ago. Maybe he passed away.
Oh,
he never got a chance to hear me
come
play
and see
it
it live.
But he hear me playing it though.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah,
they all do.
He hear me playing it.
They're all around us. I really truly believe that.
Yeah.
Dennis,
Yeah.
this is for you, brother.
Oh,
Thinking
yeah.
of you, and you're saved for posterity.